at the line. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Gurley. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them, because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. This is Carson. And some space here. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll make it third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
1-yard line. 1-yard gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To Todd Gurley.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Keith Smith, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Falcons 17. Seahawks nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out.
Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the...
This is intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On third down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
On the Seahawks 7-yard line.
Here's Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Good. Makes the score Falcons 24, Seahawks nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. There.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Seahawks 8. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Second and 11.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And able to find Graham. Complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And 4.
Now Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage.
27.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down.
3rd and from the shotgun. Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this? Now the defense loses him. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They run it with Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
19.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 77 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is DJ Reed returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
They run again with Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 56 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Play action. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Gurley again here on 1st down. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ready, we're ready. Like 25. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
From the 38, Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ryan wants to throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw again is Ryan. They'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
3-yard line.
They'll run it here with Smith. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Reed returning. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. The fumble on first down now. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, it's a fantastic start. Long, everybody.